I wasn't going to do any more podcasts. I thought I probably had, or videos. I thought that I may have accomplished what I wanted to, and that was to scream out, "Hey, get your CAC test. Get your CAC." I mean, if I could change my initials to CAC, I would, because I talk about it so much. Um, but over the last 2 to 3 weeks, first off, I think God has put me on a path of communicating. We need to clean up our food supply. We really need to start eating the food that He created for us, and only the food. Just like everything else in this world, it's polluting us. It's polluting how we're connected to Him. It's polluting the way we see, how we feel, how focused we are. And those chemicals are killing us slowly, and killing our mental as well as our physical. And over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I haven't made any videos. I have, and I'll post what I didn't make, but I had so many people reach out to me via text, via phone calls, family members, things like that, that, were in tears talking about, "Hey, how can I have this happening to me in my life. I have feel this way." And I would talk to them for, I mean, you were with me many
Yeah.
times. I would talk to them for an hour, 2 hours, and just try to explain how I feel, how it has healed me, and how it could possibly heal them. And that's why I'm continuing down this journey, and I'm not going to give up. I think I want to inform, or give the knowledge out that this is carnivore is just diet elimination, right? Do I think that the foods in the Bible are the right foods for us? Yes, if God made it, it's good for us. But I think until you're metabolically healthy, it's a food elimination. So you're getting nothing but meat, and you're not getting
Right.
anything else in it. Won't pollute your body. So again, I've had so many people reach out to me, and I've had great conversations, and I've seen people lose weight. I mean, this one guy, and I won't say any names, he lost 50 pounds,
Yeah.
50 pounds in 30 days. And that's just absolutely amazing. So if I could just get others to just try, and that's what my goal is here, is to communicate, educate, and hopefully get more people bought into this. And again, why am I doing this? I had a heart attack a year and a half ago. I almost died. I was in heart failure. I was on 12 medications, and I was on a heart transplant list, or wanting to be put on the heart transplant list. They wanted to put a defibrillator in me, a pacemaker, et cetera. And I found and discovered the carnivore diet. And I couldn't be more happy of the results of just eating the food that God made, and how much it has healed and cured me. I hired Dr. Ovedi as my doctor. Been seeing him since I think it was November of last year, and he's the one who convinced me finally to go on a carnivore diet, and it would heal me. Not only heal my heart disease and put it in recession, but also heal my heart failure, and it absolutely have. So I am on 0 medications today. I went from 12
Amen.
to 0. I've never felt better in my entire life. I feel like I'm 20 years old again. I have the will and want to accomplish so much in life again. I have the desires to do the things I used to love, and I lost all of that. And I thought it was because I was getting older. It's not because I was getting older. It's because I was being poisoned through the foods that I was eating, and that's why I almost died, even though I thought I was one of the fittest people ever. So with that, I'm going to introduce my wife, my lovely wife, Julie, who not only takes care of our household, my family, but also takes care of me, because I'd probably starve to death if it wasn't for her. So with that, introduce Julie. Baby, so what motivated you really to start the carnivore diet?
So I would say, first off, I thought you were crazy a little bit at first, but we weren't, like you said, we weren't given a whole lot of options or a whole lot of hope. It was like, take your medicine, probably have to be on a transplant list the rest of your life, blah, on and on. The doctors out here really just, that was it. That was the plan. And like you said, that's just not enough. So I'm like, I mean, why not? Let's do it. Yeah, like you were doing all this research. You were like, all in, let's go. So I was like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I figured it can't hurt. It's the opposite of everything I think we've ever known. Like anything, we're not taught this. We're taught the opposite of all of this. Um, but I mean, let's go. Let's do it. So you did it and you started to get results, I would say pretty quickly. I mean, within a couple weeks, you were like, usually I'm the first one up. You were like beating me up. You were like waking up, raring to go, all this energy. That's like never happens. Like I just couldn't believe raring to go, beating me up in the morning, like so much energy. I mean, at this point, a few weeks in, I was like, you're like, you should try it. I was like, I'll try it. So I started doing my own research, watching my own videos, looking up like women, like, can women do this? Like, wouldn't this like mess with your hormones? Wouldn't this? And it's the opposite effect. It has. So I have had a lifelong struggle with, hormones in general and PCOS and, you know, cycle tracking and I mean, definitely insulin resistance. I would say insulin, that was probably the number one. So a lifelong history with all of those things, was diagnosed after competing. We can come back to that. Was diagnosed diabetic, type 2 diabetic, lifelong. They said there's no cure. No, like you'll be on insulin by the time you're 40. You'll, just get used to it because like this is just going to be your life. You're going to be a diabetic and there's no cure for this. That it doesn't, I wasn't really given any guidance on like what to eat or what to like. I mean, to like the carnivore diet was never even mentioned. It was never an option. I just knew that I would have to be on insulin and that was going to be my life. So upon doing all my own research, there were so many women out there, like hundreds of women that have been helped with their hormones and they have fixed their diabetes and they fixed all these things and they feel so great. I was like, well, I'll try it too. And it was great.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it's amazing. Let me ask you this. So you said beforehand, how was your lifestyle prior to trying this out? So what was your lifestyle prior to me having a heart attack?
So prior to you having a heart attack, I would say I was a NPC bikini competitor. For 6 years, I lived the like bodybuilding lifestyle, the healthy. I thought that I was healthy. I thought that everything was great. Like I was the most fit, healthy, lean. Fast forward when all this is over, my very last season, the reason I stopped was I started getting these like ovarian cysts and they were bursting and my whole body was shutting down. I was like hospitalized like 4 times that season. Just like praying to make it through, all I wanted to do was do the Arnold. And like looking back, that was so like
crazy,
so crazy and small minded of me. But I did. So I survived it. So I knew, I said, if the Lord would let me survive this, that I would never do it again. So after bodybuilding, that was when my hormones were completely tanked, on all sides. My teeth were like falling out. Like they were like, my whole body was shutting down. And the diabetes was in like full force because like post show, you go like crazy and want to eat everything. And I think that just amplified the situation. So fast forward, I'm told there's no cure for any of that. You're just gonna, it's just part of life. Plus you're getting older. There's nothing we can do for you. Put on all these, diabetic medications. This is what we can do. Okay. So I just accepted it.
So while you're going through the bikini bodybuilding lifestyle for years, right? All the shows you did, all the thoughts of calorie in, calorie out mentality,
Yeah.
really reduce your calories. So you looked really great on the outside,
Yeah.
but you were dying on the inside.
Yeah.
And from the insulin resistant, taking metformin, insulin resistant, removing cysts off your ovaries, having your
multiple surgeries. Yeah.
And everyone just continued to tell you to take the medicine.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of the same path that they gave you, like for the heart, like,
yeah,
like no matter what's wrong with you, we have medicine for the rest of your life. But like no one ever asked me like about my diet and exercise or if my like.
Yeah, it's amazing. But you were already working out 5-6 days a week.
I was 7. Yeah, at the end. I mean,
7 days a week. Cardio, working out, lifting weights, etc.
Chicken and lettuce. Yeah. Like.
Did you eat any saturated fats?
No, not at the end. You don't get any fat at the end.
Yeah. How long did you really constrict your saturated fat? Butter?
Oh, I would have never eaten butter. No, I would have never. Back then?
Yeah.
No. No, there was no butter. There was no...
Steak fat?
Yeah, I mean, no. I ate only lean steak, only lean, 99% lean. Squeeze it out with like a paper towel if there was any like residual left over.
Yeah. What about your eggs? How'd you eat your eggs?
So only the whites.
Only
I only ate the whites. I used to dream of like a whole egg. Like that was like my treat.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so by you starting this carnivore diet, what you see what motivated you. You seen me going through. You see my energy come back. You see my thrive for living came back. Right. I was on 12 medications, by the way, 12 for my heart. That they said I would be on for the rest of my life. Prescription. That they said I would be on for the rest of my life. I'm on 0 today.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Ovadia.
Yeah.
So thinking about what was your goals that you were hoping to achieve?
When I started the carnivore?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, you just used to always be so tired. You used to, even before the heart attack. So like not like post that too, but like you were so tired. And I was like, we're just getting older. I don't know. Didn't really have any energy. Like, I don't know. It was just not. So then like fast forward past the heart attack, you start the carnivore, you have all this energy. You're like getting up and you're like going for walks and working out in the garage and doing the yard. And like, just, I've never seen you like that. We've been, and like, I don't know if 10, 15 years, I've never seen you have that much energy before. And just be that like busy all day long. So fast forward, I try it and I've done all this research about like hormones and type 2 diabetics and stuff like that. I would love to stop taking all this medication and on and on. And I'd almost already stopped everything anyway prior to the carnivore. But like with the hormones, I knew I never wanted to take like synthetic hormones or anything like that to adjust as I got older. So started the carnivore diet. A few weeks in, I'm like, it's kind of like a mind game because you're like, it's a lot of butter. It's a lot of like ribeye and like fatty steak and like whole eggs, which I love the whole egg. I was like, that's a diet where you can eat the whole egg, as many as you want. So I was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get fat. Like, this is a lot of fat. I'm going to gain weight.
It takes a lot to learn it. Fat doesn't create fat.
I know. So you always think that like, I don't know. Like I cannot eat this much food. There's no way. Like I should be eating like vegetables or lettuce or 0 calories, something. And that was a big part of mine too. I did cut. I was like really, really heavy into all the chemicals and artificial sweeteners and anything like 0 calorie, anything. Like if it was just a chemical that had 0 calories, I would eat it because I thought that was like healthy. But it's not healthy. I think that's what got me into the situation I was in. So start the diet. A few weeks in, I start to feel great. I start to woke up and I was like, I feel really good. I feel really like I have a lot of energy. I feel like it's a whole new, like, it's so hard to explain. I feel like for the person who hasn't like, I mean, I've always been kind of like high energy and always very busy, but not like I could just go and go and go. It's like you have like all this coffee without coffee. Like, it's like I'm super caffeinated, but I'm not. I'm just like this all the time. Like and it lasts all day long. There's no like needing to take a nap in the middle of the day or like that afternoon slump or like you just don't have that. Like, and you don't have to count calories. And I didn't have to like weigh my food, which is like, I still kind of like worried about that because I was like, I'm going to get fat. Definitely going to get fat. Like I'm watching these videos where these people are eating like sticks of butter and I'm like, I don't know, like I'm definitely going to get fat. And it was like every day I would get up and I was like, I lost a pound. I lost a pound. I lost a pound. And I'm like, I ate so much yesterday. Like I could lay in bed and be like, I dread weighing myself in the morning. And I would like, I ate so much fat, like good, like just steak and butter and eggs. And I would get up and it was like, you lost 2 pounds. Like, how is this even possible? Like, there's no way. Like, but I don't know. It's just all the, just like, and before I would have never thought you could feel this good with no carbs.
Yeah.
Because you're just like conditioned to think you need carbohydrates for energy. And I just think, I know it's going to blow everybody's mind that like watches this in the bodybuilding world, but like, you don't need carbs. Like
0.
You don't need carbs at all. Like
0.
Yeah. And I would dream about like, oh, if I could just have 2 bites of rice, I would feel good. And it like, that's just so wrong. When you're
competing.
Yeah. When I was competing, I would be like, oh, if I could just have a carb.
You cut out carbs and fats. Right?
I did. Yes. Right. So, but like, it's not what I really should have done is eat a stick of butter.
Mm-hmm. But let me ask you this. So when you're competing and you lost all that body fat, working out 7 days a week, eating just a little bit of carbs, did you feel as good then as you feel today?
No. And usually when you would eat the carb, like you were just like all week long, I'd wait for like that carb up meal and then you'd get it and you'd be like, oh, like you're just so tired. Like I could just lay down and take a nap. And I thought it was because I felt so good.
Yeah.
Like I must just need to rest. Like my body's just sucking it in, like, and just absorb. But no, it's like, it actually just like spikes your blood sugar and then your blood sugar crashes. And then I would get sweaty and shaky and like, and then I would feel like crap for 2 days. So I got to the point where it was like you really wanted it because you're so hungry. But then it's like, so with carnivore, like I'm never hungry.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still hard to get used to. It's still like you're just never, I can have as many eggs as I want and I can have as much steak. I have a huge steak with butter on top and
Yeah.
like,
Or hamburger.
yeah, or a whole pound. I mean, I can eat a whole pound of hamburger with a half a stick of butter
And you still
and
lose
feel
weight.
amazing and lose 2 pounds. Like it doesn't,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it
so
is.
it's
It's
so massive energy
yeah,
increased. You're in ketosis.
yeah.
So the different energy states, like how your energy is so much higher.
I think it's higher, not just higher, I think it's more stable.
Mm,
So I think when you're not in ketosis and you're on like the standard, not like standard, like a bad American diet, but like even like a whole foods diet with like bread and rice. And like, I feel like there's like fluctuations in your blood sugar. At least with me, like my blood sugar was like spiking and dropping. And I did wear a continuous glucose monitor a couple times.
right.
So I do know that like how that affected me and everything. I think that's a great recommendation if somebody wants to see
Yeah. Good point.
for yourself how it affects you. It definitely does. And like high fat doesn't affect me at all. It's very stable. It doesn't make you crash. There's no energy crashes or anything like that. Like gets you through the whole day.
Yeah. So how has your anxiety, how your well-being, mental clarity,
Yeah.
how's your personal well-being right now?
Yeah. So that was I should have probably started with that. That was another reason I started the carnivore is I thought that I was getting, so I go to I go to the doctor, I get a checkup as it's like back with the hormone thing. And I'm thinking like they're like, you just start getting anxiety when you get older. Like that's just what happens. And I'm like watching all of these carnivore videos and people are like, your anxiety, I didn't have depression, but like they say anxiety, depression, it helps with all of that. Mental clarity. And you've heard like ketosis, like when you're in ketosis, you think clearer. But it is like on it. Like it is like just, it's hard to explain unless you feel it yourself. Like it was I never felt like that when I was competing. I never felt like that at my like healthiest, leanest version of me. I was still always like brain fog, could not think clearly. It was like just not really all like, I don't know, nothing like you are when you're in ketosis.
Right. Right.
So the anxiety, I can tell to this day, I can still tell if I eat something bad that like my mind races kind of. I know that sounds crazy, but like I can like lay in bed at night and feel my mind racing, like thinking, and I'm like, did I eat something today? Did I like, like was something off? Was it like, I don't know. I can tell that staying into ketosis gives you better mental clarity.
Yeah. And so you're off all metformin. You're off all
Yeah,
metformin.
I don't take any medication at all. Nothing.
Zero.
Not even a vitamin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
And
take
your
nothing.
glucose is
Perfect.
phenomenal.
Yep, every single day. So
Every
my
single day.
glucose is great. I don't wear the monitor anymore. Nope, my glucose is great. Yeah, the first, 30 hardcore days that I did carnivore, I would say it was a night and day difference. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go back.
It's pretty cool. Like, we would get up. I know I would get up before because I've been on it for a while and be like, oh, just so much energy. Go to a gym and I feel great. And it's like so passionate to do everything. You're like, are you okay? Like you got so much energy.
No.
And now
I'm like, did you have a lot of coffee? You're like, I haven't made it yet.
yeah. And then like you are like that way now.
Yeah.
As soon as we go to the gym, like you were screaming at me on the treadmill the other day. Like,
Yeah.
and you're like, you were screaming at me,
Why are you
right?
screaming? I don't know. I was just excited to be there. I was just telling a story.
Because
Yeah.
your energy level has increased so much that this is a great way to put it. This is the way a human being is supposed to feel.
Yeah.
We're supposed to feel like this, even at our age. At 40 and 50, or 10 years difference, by the way. So, but 40 and 50 years old, this is the way a human being is supposed to feel. Absolutely amazing. So let me ask you, what does a typical day of eating look like for you?
Yeah. So I would say basically you can call it intermittent fasting. So we do like a late breakfast. We both do. It's kind of the same for both of us unless you're like traveling. So like a home day for both of us, I would say we get up, we go to the gym, you're working, anything like that. Or if it's like the weekend, we have a late morning, early afternoon breakfast. So I probably eat, which is crazy now, right? So like, I make us both. So like my plate is probably like 5 scrambled eggs, 1 or 2 fried eggs.
What do you cook it in?
Butter or tallow. So butter and tallow.
Okay.
Bacon, which we get from the butcher. So yeah, bacon, eggs, butter. So good. Scrambled eggs and butter, by the way, if I never did that my whole life, but if anybody like thinks they can't eat something every single day, that is the one thing I could eat every single day is scrambled eggs and butter. Um, but yeah, so that's breakfast. And then halfway through the day, a few hours later, I guess we call it like a late lunch. We don't eat very late. We do about 2 meals a day. So it is a big breakfast. I'll also do like, I can do like a half a pound of ground beef with scrambled eggs and just in a bowl. I love that. I eat that a lot when you're not here because I'm not cooking for you two. So I do that. The beef and eggs, super good. Also good for like meal number two. Meal number two, I would say, is usually ground beef or a steak with a large amount of butter and salt on top. We do a lot of salt. I feel like that's another one of those things that we've been taught was bad. That's not bad. Like I never had salt. I never had butter. I never had like.
Eat all the salt you want.
How did we? Yeah. How did this happen?
Yeah.
Like everything you thought was a lie. Like.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and then a big huge steak, and then I do make jerky. We're not huge snackers, but like that's a lot of food. So there's not like. I feel like when I was doing the regular diet, you were like, I would be hungry all day. Like, when's my next meal? I can eat in 2 hours. I can eat in 2 hours. Like, how much longer? Like 17 more minutes. Like, when you're competing, you're like always living for your next meal. And you just want to eat as much, like this little bowl of food. And that's all you get. And that's it until your next meal. And now, I can sit and I can eat all the eggs and steak and butter. And it's just very satiating. And sometimes I'm not even hungry. Like, you say the same thing. Like, we're like, oh, we didn't even. Yeah, like we're just so busy living life that you don't even.
Yeah.
You feel so good.
Exactly what human beings are supposed to feel.
Yeah, like you don't really have to eat and I was always a firm believer you have to eat every 2 or 3 hours. Like otherwise you're going to like lose your muscle and like that's so not true. And like, it's just everything. You just have to rewire your brain. You have to be open to that. There's a whole nother, aspect to food out there that we've not been taught.
I remember when you first started going to ketosis, like it's usually week 3, week 4, you started going into ketosis and I could see it in your eyes. I could see it, in just your energy level.
Yes.
And I remember you're looking at me going, is this how you feel all the time?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel so good.
Yeah. So thinking of that, before you get into that phase of going into ketosis and feeling like a human being is supposed to feel, what was the bad parts about this? So you had 2 to 3 weeks where your body adjusts because it's so used to eating the sad American diet, right?
Yeah.
And then even some bad things. What is it? What are the bad things?
I don't know that I had a lot of the bad side of. I know a lot of people have like a lot about like the detox, like where they say you'll have like with your skin or with the diarrhea or constipation or anything. I didn't really have like that part of it. I didn't feel like when I very first started, they call it like the keto flu, I think is what people call it.
Yep.
I didn't have that a lot, but I did. There was every once in a while I would be like, I'm so nauseous. Like I had a little bit of nausea and it would come out of nowhere. There's nothing, I didn't eat anything that made that worse. There was nothing like, it would just be random, totally random nausea throughout the day. But it did pass. All of that passes. In the beginning, I do think when you're switching from glucose to keto, that the keto flu thing, mine was just besides the nausea, I was tired. Like I would all of a sudden be like, man, why am I so tired? Like I thought I'm supposed to have more energy. Like, why do I not feel as good as you do? Like you would feel so great. And I would be like, I'm so tired. But then that would pass too. So that doesn't last. Like it was only intermittent, like throughout, each day something would happen like that, but it doesn't last. It would pass. And I would say within 2-3 weeks, I was like, oh, I think I'm starting to feel really good. Like it's like kicking in.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, have you had any weight changes since starting the carnivore diet?
Yeah. I think I lost a total, I think in the beginning, I haven't weighed myself lately. I'd say it's about the same. I'm probably about the same, but I lost like 8 pounds the first 30 days. The first 30 days I lost 8 pounds.
But would you say that you feel better looking in the mirror versus just the pounds?
Yeah. So I was really worried because I was like, am I going to gain weight? I never gained weight at all. I just kept losing, but I do feel like a lot leaner. Like I feel like my stomach's leaner. I'm like, I can see my abs. Like I can I definitely look leaner. But yeah, the feeling on top of like feeling great is like way more important than me.
Absolutely. The feeling is just.
When I looked my best, when everybody thought that I looked like you look great and you're super healthy, I was like dying. So I don't know that like the outward appearance, I do think the outward appearance follows, but I think I'm definitely healthier on the inside
For sure.
versus, yeah.
So I know this is something that I always hear when we're talking about the carnivore diet. It's like, I can't do carnivore for a couple of reasons. One, it's going to be too expensive.
Oh, it's
Uh,
definitely not expensive.
okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So I definitely don't think it's more. So I do tell people that I'm like, you should do the carnivore. And everybody's like, I could not afford that. So it is like way cheaper to do carnivore. And I've done all the grocery shopping for years. I have a budget. I have a list. I should like make like a whole breakdown or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can buy like ground beef. You can buy, it doesn't have to be, I mean, we do buy a lot of,
70/30.
yeah, like grass fed, grass finished, but it doesn't have to be. That doesn't have anything like, I would still say this is so much more healthier. We buy 70/30. We buy like fattier, the cheaper. Like I was paying double for super 99% lean. And that's what's terrible.
Yeah.
That's what got us in this situation.
Yeah.
So I buy the cheapest hamburger. We buy a whole cow, but if I do still buy stuff from the store sometimes. So I'll buy the ribeye steak. Most of the stuff I buy, I go early in the morning. I can go to, depending on what area of the country you live, like all grocery stores basically have marked down meat. Sam's, Costco, all the Whole Food places do too. We go to Kroger because we live in Cincinnati. I go every morning. They have markdowns. It's always about half off. You can buy ribeye steak for half off. I'll buy it. Sometimes they have none. Sometimes they have a ton. It balances out. So,
but we bought a whole cow.
We did.
And had it processed, and we know it was grass fed, grass finished. We knew exactly what it was eating, and we have 3-4 freezers to keep all the meat in.
We did. We worked our way up to all that though, and like we have chickens, so we have our own eggs.
Yes.
So I mean, like we do eat basically all red meat, but I mean,
and eggs. So what about the bacon?
And the bacon I buy from a local butcher. Highly recommend buying the bacon from a butcher because you can go in and ask them. So the bacon in the store, if you flip it over on the package, it'll have like added sugar or dextrose or seasonings or, I mean, who knows what, I mean, sometimes there's 30 ingredients in that bacon. So like, we don't want that. So I found a butcher who I went in and I just asked. So, and it took me a couple of different places. They're like, yeah, we cure it with sugar. Or, yeah, it's cured with, it's soaked in this or processed with this. And this was like, no, like you can just get it with nothing. We do buy it in bulk. I have to buy it in like 30 pounds at a time or something. But I mean, we go through that very quickly. So, I mean, I'd say, yeah.
Okay. We take it to the extreme as we do anything usually. We took it, we know exactly where all of our food comes from, how it's processed, etc. So, but you don't have to do that. You can still, eating just meat from Kroger's, from Sam's Club, from Costco, it's still better than having Doritos, having a diet, cereal, oatmeal. I call it poison now, even though I used to eat it every single morning. So the cost is way less than the sad diet is. We spend way less money.
So I don't buy ingredients. So you basically just buy meat, and it's like super time efficient because all I do is I go in the grocery store, I go to the meat department, I get the meat, I stop by the butcher, pick up whatever meat we have there. Like you said, we have the cow in the freezer. I go out and get the eggs every morning. Like that's it.
Yeah, that's.
So I don't buy ingredients. You're not buying side dishes and spices and other, like I'm just not going down. I don't even go in the middle of the supermarket most of the time because there's nothing. I don't buy pasta. I don't buy sauces. I don't buy condiments. We don't buy anything in the middle. We just buy meat. So you go in, you get the meat, and you leave.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. So others have said, like, I can't do a carnivore diet because I need variety in my food. How does the variety in your food? How do you?
So I think there's so many different. So let me preface that. I think it depends on how hardcore carnivore you're going to go. Are you going to include dairy? Or are you going to not include dairy? Would highly recommend the first 30 days to just do the beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. I do think you get the most benefit from that, and then slowly add stuff back in. That's kind of what I've done. So, I mean, you still really don't have anything else, but like I'll add stuff here, like a piece of cheese or something here and there. But anyway, I think it's so versatile. I could do a whole podcast on like episodes or something, or on recipes and like things like that.
But let me ask you this, like, with me anyways, as I got into the carnivore diet, I got months after months after months. I don't crave anything.
Oh no, I think so. There is no cravings. I think that was one of the biggest like takeaways for me too, was that I was a huge Diet Coke drinker,
Yeah.
like 12 pack
So,
a day,
yeah.
always. Zero
Yeah.
calories, can't be bad for you. So I was at, yeah, probably at least 12 pops a day diet. But I never in a million years thought that I could give that up. I gave that up completely. That was probably the hardest part of going strict carnivore. I don't miss it at all. So that's the crazy part. I did like take a drink of a pop before, like not that long ago, and it really wasn't that great, which is weird because I was like, you would assume that you haven't had this in like months, that you would love it. And it was like, really wasn't that. I think it's an addiction. I think just like the sugar, just like it's probably the artificial sweetener, just like the pop, just like everything else. Once you give it up, like you really can do it. I used to have a lot of water flavors. I don't have those, like the little packets and the Mios, and I don't do any of that anymore. I just water. But I don't have any cravings. I used to crave all of that. I don't have any cravings. I could eat eggs and steak every single day. I know it's so hard because you used to say that, and I'm like, I mean, what am I just going to feed him the same thing forever? Like, you're just going to eat hamburger patties like for the rest of your life? But it's like now that I do it, I'm like, oh, I could totally eat this the rest of my, like, I don't even think about it. Like, I look forward to my eggs and butter in the morning. So
I got crave it. That's all I
yeah,
crave.
like I
Is
can't
it
wait
fatty?
yeah. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I'll just wait till breakfast and get my eggs in the,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. It's not like when we competed and stuff like that. Like I'm not like scrolling through like food, videos and like trying to like I don't have any want for a donut or a milkshake or like none of that.
All that goes away.
Not to say that like I know, like not that like I never would, but like I just I don't even think about it
Yeah.
anymore.
It's so amazing. Let me ask you about your sleep patterns. So I remember, again, when you looked phenomenal, as you look phenomenal now on the outside, when you're dieting
lean,
down,
yeah.
really, really lean. How was your sleep now compared to sleep then?
Yeah, well, I didn't sleep then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you
You
don't
sleep
sleep
at all.
when you're at the end of prep. You're not sleeping because you're just so like it's hard to explain like
Yeah.
everything. But no, I sleep great now. I sleep like I'm super ready for bed. I mean, I fall asleep very fast. I get up very fast. Like I know I told you we talked about the other day. Like I got up and I was like I like got up and like poured the water with like the kettle, like put the water in the kettle and boiled it. Went outside to like let the goats and the chickens out. And I like got so busy. And so like I did all these things outside. I was like, I haven't even made my coffee yet. Like I did all of that without any coffee. Like I forgot all about it. So you have a lot of energy in the morning. And I feel like before, ain't no way. I would have had to have at least 2 cups of coffee, sitting down, doing nothing. I need to like sit here and breathe before, and not to say I won't ever like do that now, but I don't have to do that now. I don't even need it. I mean, I love my coffee in the morning, but yeah, I don't fill it with, everything I used to. I don't have sugars and
Isn't it interesting? Like the more we're conscious about the chemicals that we're putting into our bodies, that we don't have anything cooked in seed oils, no artificial flavorings or
Yeah.
sweeteners.
yeah,
And now that you pay attention to that, it's like everything has that in it.
it does.
Everything. Unless
It does.
Let's
So, and
not-
I can tell, I feel like I can tell a difference if I have like a water, like a drink that has like artificial sweetener, or my water. I told you about that water on accident. All sparkling water does not sugar-free, and bless you. So, I started to drink it and I was like, this just like tastes like so different. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's like sweetened and I just thought it was like a regular, like a bubbly water. But anyway, I swear I felt different that whole day. But I mean, I don't know.
So do you have any, now that you're, how many days are you in now?
So 45. I'm like 2 months in.
Almost 2 months?
Almost 2 months in.
So how was,
I'm
do
more
you
than
have any
that.
cravings now?
No.
So no cravings. All cravings went away. Zero
No
cravings.
I have no cravings. I don't.
You want some grilled chicken?
No. I don't. That's a weird question.
So grilled
So
chicken.
I don't really crave like.
Yeah.
That's a good point though. Yeah, we didn't talk about that. So like I don't really, I thought that was so weird when you first started, because I'm like, I can do chicken and I can do fish and I can do like pork. No, like you were like, I don't want, like that all sounds disgusting. Makes me want to throw up. I'm like, but you love chicken.
Yeah.
But now that I've started it, I'm like, you don't. I think it's because there's no fat. Like there's not like fat. Like I ate chicken. I don't know. When Matthew was home, I had chicken, but I like poured melted butter. Like I like melted butter on and ate the chicken like that. But I still don't crave that. So yeah, just red meat. Like I really just crave the fat and the red meat. Yeah, I don't really like chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, I would eat it, but
It's amazing. So any difference in your skin, hair, nails?
yes, so skin, hair, nails, I would say. Sorry, I'm like kicking the table.
Okay.
I would definitely say my hair is healthier, stronger.
Now you're not dyeing your hair anymore.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why I'm growing
Yeah.
my own ombre at
Get
this
rid of the
point.
chemicals.
So yeah, so we're growing out the chemicals in the hair. And I haven't been getting my nails done, so I haven't. They're growing out so good and strong, and like they don't break. And I mean, I'm pretty hardcore. I'm like in the garden every day.
Yeah.
So like I put these through the ringer, and that's
No,
just
when
natural.
she says garden, we donate all of the vegetables to our neighbors.
We do.
We have a garden.
Vegetables.
Yeah, but we don't eat any of them. So.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
But you have your flowers.
But the chickens eat them, and I mean, basically the animals eat them. The pumpkins are for decoration.
That's right.
So, but yeah, so my hair, I feel like my skin, I hardly wear. I did put my eyebrows on today, but I don't really even wear. I don't buy makeup. I don't wear makeup anymore. I obviously don't get Botox anymore. We're just getting rid of all the chemicals. I do have to say though, I do think like my skin is healthier
Agree.
now than I never have. Like, I mean, before I would like pick and like have breakouts, and it was like I don't ever have that anymore. Like it's very.
Have you got sunburn?
No, I have not. That's be a whole nother podcast. The seed oils. Yeah, I'm like maybe there's something to that. And the only thing I mean, I would never wear sunscreen anyway, but like I've never gotten sunburnt since this whole summer. And the only thing I put on my face I don't have a skincare routine. Since people always ask, like, what's your skincare? I don't. I just water on a washcloth, and then I put tallow on my face. That's it. I mean, not even when I remember, I wash my face and put tallow on it at nighttime. That's my routine. So, and I think it's better than when I was spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on like facials and chemicals and Botox and like trying to like fix my skin. I think I definitely think it's the chemicals and the carnivore diet and has helped with that.
What is the hardest part about sticking to the carnivore diet?
The hardest part. So I don't know. I guess I would say that like people don't understand. So I feel like this is easier for us though, because we have the background in bodybuilding. So like people never understand when you did that either. So like you just have to do you. And I know what makes me feel good. And like, I think everybody's like, but do you want to get pancakes, or do you want to go out to eat, or do you want a cupcake, or you're not going to eat a cookie? Like just eat. They want you to like eat the cookie. Like, I don't want the cookie. Like, why? Like, why? But like I said, the background. Yeah, or have a drink. So we don't drink anymore. And I feel like everybody's like, you don't drink? Like, no, like I don't, but I just don't want to lose it. Like, I don't want to not feel. I also feel like we lived that life for years. So like, I can tell you from experience, I drank for years. I ate cookies for years. I did all of that. And I feel so much better now. I know what that cookie tastes like. I know what the donut tastes like. I'm not saying I'll never have another one. I'm not saying I'll never eat a cookie or never eat it. I'm sure I will.
Yeah, sure.
But on a daily basis, like I don't like pack those with me when I leave the house. I don't go out to eat a whole lot anymore. Like we could probably do a whole nother podcast on out to eat, like where to eat and what to.
So looking ahead, you've been 45 days in. I've been on carnivore for almost a year. I don't plan on ever stopping. I'll be very honest. But what about you? How do you continue? How do you plan on continuing moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I plan to just stay on it. I feel the best when I'm on it. I do, like full disclosure, like our son came home from the Navy. I went out to eat with him. I had a pretzel, not a whole pretzel, but like I had some bites of a pretzel. I had a couple bites of vegetables. I thought that I would really miss them. Like I was like, I'm going to get a side of like steamed veggies and see if I like them. And I got them and I was like, that did not taste like I remember. Like I just didn't do anything for me. But anyway, so like I did, and then I had something else, like a bite of something else, but it was like, I don't know. I didn't feel that great. It's like, it was fine because I was out with my family and I feel like stuff like that is important. But like on a day-to-day basis, when I think I'll just move forward, I'll stay out. I enjoy the carnivore. I like it. It's easy. I like the grocery shopping. I like doing it with you. I think it's great that we do it together. I think having support.
Sure.
I mean, I fully support it. I didn't do it at all when you first started. I fully supported you, but I did not do it. I thought it was a great idea. I didn't get on board until I was like, holy cow, like it's really working. Like this is like, sure.
Yeah.
So then I did it. But I also think having a support system is really important. I think we're really lucky, like all of our family and kids and our friends and like everybody basically, but you can see like what a difference and how good we feel. So we're surrounded by support, and even the people, I mean, if you don't get it, then
Yeah.
that's okay. So, I mean,
Yeah.
no, I plan to stay on it. I think, yeah, I'm not saying I'll never have a cheat day or never have I mean, we are getting ready to go on vacation. Since it's just me and you, we'll probably just stick to the diet. Yeah, I'll probably just stay on it.
Yeah.
I don't have any plans of stopping.
Yeah. I don't ever want to lose feeling so great again. I feel just like a human being is supposed to feel like now, and I don't want to ever give that up or lose it. Last question for this. How's your relationship changed with God since getting rid of the chemicals in your body?
Yeah.
You feel any difference on that?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So I think it's kind of like a whole, I'm not sure that I'm going to explain it right, but like to me, I feel like I remember when you started and you said this, and I'm like, I don't know, like it kind of makes sense, but like now that I've done it, I know what you meant. Like I know what you were trying to tell me. Like I feel like before this, everything I ate had Splenda or stevia or a natural flavor or something like man-made or something. And that is a chemical. All of that's chemicals, like seed oils and chemicals. And I do think that pollutes your body and your mind. So I think mentally I thought that I was there. I do think that cutting the chemicals completely out, going back to God's food, has brought me closer to the Lord. I think that you can think clearer. I think you see things more clearly. I think cutting the chemicals out allows you to listen to God better, like to have a clearer, I mean, they say when you're in ketosis, you have a clearer mind. I also feel like you can go back to the Bible, how the Bible talks about fasting. I feel like no wonder the Bible, like now I get it. Now I get it why the Bible talks about fasting, because fasting allows you to, like, you don't have anything in your body that's fighting you for, the word of God to get to you, to like, so you just are, I think that's why when you're in ketosis, you have such no brain fog and you have such clarity, like the mental clarity, I would say, is the number one sign of that. I just feel like it brings you closer to God.
Yeah. Amen to that. All right, awesome. So what we're going to do going forward is we'll have another discussion here in another 30 days, see how you're feeling, see, 2.5 months in, see if anything's changed, see if anything has changed with your blood work, your body, etc. I'm getting ready to get blood work done again. I'd probably say this weekend, full metabolic panel, and I'll post the improvements that I have. I have no doubt that everything continues to get better because I feel much better than I ever have. So, or I have in many, many years. Awesome. Thanks, babe. I love you.
Thanks. Love you too.
This is proof of how the enemy doesn't want you to accomplish things, or doesn't want you to educate, or, get the word of God or God's food out. So we've tried this now, I'm going to say 6 times. And every single time, and we'll show the video of the dogs having a fight underneath our feet, to every interruption that you can possibly have. And we was at church this morning, and Julie prayed about it, and we both pray about it a lot. Again, I want to do what's right for God, and you can't back down, because the enemy knows that you're going to do something good for him, for God, and he will fight you tooth and nail.
Yeah. So we were doing this today.
We were doing it.
Today is the day.
Today is the day. And guess what? We did it without any interruptions. And this is
it was
the
a
first
rough
time.
start though.
It was a rough start. But it worked. So here's the interview.
It was the fats that I was missing. I mean, that's what regulates your brain and your hormones and everything. I mean, in the end, I was just down to chicken and okay, we'll edit that part out.
Every time.
We're just gonna edit that part out. Stop. Okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, every time.
They were fine all day.